News to you today from Lander University. The Impact Movement. Learn how you can get involved.
And a tragic shooting in Kansas City, Missouri.
We have some heavy stories for this week.
But on a lighter note, we have golf star Rachel Yeremovich.
You're watching WLG-TV from the campus of Lander University. Hello, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Erica Judge.
And I'm Kiki Hennessy.
Now we have Kendra Talley with Lander University's Impact Movement.
This is Kendra Talley with Lander University, WLG-TV, and I'm with the Impact Movement. Hey! I'm speaking with Byron Anderson II, President of the Impact Movement at Lander University. What is Impact Movement?
The Impact Movement is for Black college students across the country. It's founded by Dr. Charles Gilmore. And what we do is Bible studies every Monday at 7 p.m. at Lander University. And we also do conferences and fundraisers for events. Like we have at least 3 trips out the whole year. Basically what we do is for our retreat, then we have our big trip in December. It's the national conference. Sometimes we have it in Atlanta and New Orleans. There's also other places that we may have it in future years. Yesterday we did a Easter egg hunt for our trip.
Can you tell me what upcoming events the Impact will be hosting?
The Impact Movement will be hosting Impact Week, which is basically about stress relief. We're going to have a bake sale. We're going to have Battle of the Sexes Day. We're going to have Stress Day, where there'll be events like popping the balloon, plate breaking, and tire changing. And the last day will be a cookout at the Civic Center at the park.
And can you tell me when Impact Week will be hosted?
Impact Week will be the dates of April 21st through April 25th.
This is Kendra Talley reporting with Lander University, WLG-TV.
Thank you, Kendra. I cannot wait to see what they have planned for Impact Week next week.
A tragic shooting in Kansas City, Missouri occurred in 2 different Jewish community settings.
3 people were shot and killed Sunday afternoon by gunman Frazier Glenn Miller, who also goes by Frazier Glenn Cross. Authorities say Cross opened fire at 2 Jewish facilities in Kansas City, Missouri. Cross is suspected of killing a young boy and his grandfather outside of a Jewish community center, and a woman at a Jewish assisted living facility nearby. In all, Cross shot at 5 people. 3 died and 2 were injured. Authorities are still investigating if this tragedy was a hate crime.
Wow, I am so sorry that happened to them. Now here we have Rachel Yeremovich, golf extraordinaire. Rachel, this is just the 3rd year that Lander has had a women's golf program. And we know that last year you guys were Peach Belt champions. So how are you feeling about going into the Peach Belt tournament this weekend?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. You know, we have a good team. We're a minimum. We only have 4 girls. We lost a player earlier this year, and 4 is a minimum amount of players you can have to play in a tournament. So, but, you know, we're intimidating. We got 4 really good players, so we're ready. We've been playing well lately, and we know the golf course, and, you know, we won last year, so we have good vibes going into it, and we're ready to play, so.
And you're the only senior as well as the only American on the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I came in 2011 to start the program. I was on the first team Lander ever had. And I've been the only American since. We've had an array from Spanish, Portuguese, Mexican, Peruvian, Canadian. So I'm holding down the American soil.
So how was it winning Peach Belt Conference last year? That's a huge deal.
Yeah, it was really cool because we were only a 2nd-year program, so no one expected us to win. We were the 4th seed going into conference, and there's 9 teams, so pretty much like halfway down. So we ended up winning by 9 strokes, and we really shocked everybody. No one thought that a 2nd-year program would be so good, but we had a great team. We had a girl, our #1 player from Spain, Teresa. She was the #1 player in the country all year. She set like 12 new Peach Belt records. we were really lucky to have her. So it was probably one of the best days of my life winning Peach Belt, just to be a part of something so special.
I bet that was a great celebration.
It was pretty phenomenal. So I'll never forget it, just one of those things that I'll always hold on to. And, we got rings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so just in time for me to graduate, it's like I didn't even need a senior ring. I just got a Peach Belt ring, and it means so much to me.
Well, Rachel, I wish you guys the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you so much, Kiki.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us, Rachel. Now here's Michael Panaggio with sports.
Thanks, Kiki. Now here's your sports update from this past weekend.
The first major of the PGA Tour, as always, is the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. 20-year-old Jordan Spieth was trying to become the youngest green jacket winner ever, trying to dethrone the great Tiger Woods of that feat. Spieth would become the co-leader after the birdie on the 7th hole to put him at 8 under going into the back 9 of the final day. With Tiger Woods out with back surgery, the field was wide open and the championship was open for the taking. And Bubba Watson, the 2012 winner, would birdie the 8th hole on the par 5 and get himself to 7 under. Watson and Spieth would be deadlocked at 8 under going into the back 9 in the final round. Watson took the lead in the second round and never really looked back. Unfortunately, we won't know if it was stellar play by Watson or if it was just a total collapse by Jordan Spieth here on the 9th hole, trying to get on the green. He does not, and the ball rolls back off the green, and he ends up getting a bogey and moving to 6 under for the tournament. While Spieth struggled on the 9th hole, Watson showed his championship pedigree and knocked down the 15-foot birdie putt on the 9th hole to gain some momentum. With Watson putting pressure on Spieth, Spieth did not seem up for the challenge as he crumbled on the 12th hole on the par 3, floating the ball high arcing onto the green, but it rolls back into the water and it is a souvenir for the fishes. And Spieth would struggle down the stretch, and with Spieth struggling, Bubba Watson would take full advantage, hitting the 6-iron high up onto the green on the 14th hole. He would end up parring the hole and staying 2 strokes ahead of Spieth. With Bubba Watson in the driver's seat and Spieth struggling, Watson, with his experience, would take control of this final and this championship and hit a beautiful shot on the 18th hole that would find the green, and he would be well on his way to another green jacket. After Watson's beautiful shot on the 18th hole, he 2 putts in, missing the birdie attempt, and wins his 2nd green jacket in the past 3 years, making him one of the best players still in the game when it comes to playing in Augusta. Watson is a Georgia native and played at Georgia University, and to celebrate his title, he went to Waffle House.
Back to you in the studio, Erica.
Kiki, we have had some pretty great weather recently.
Erica, this past weekend was really nice. Let me tell you about the weather for this week. Today we will have a high of 68 and a low of 32. We may have a possible thunderstorm heading our way. On Wednesday we will have a high of 63 and a low of 34. There's a possibility of sunny weather. On Thursday we will have a high of 64 and a low of 45, partly cloudy. On Friday we will have a high of 70 and a low of 48, partly cloudy. And lastly, on Saturday we will have a high of 72 and a low of 46, also partly cloudy.
So we can expect a cloudy weekend.
We sure can.
Now here's today's edition of Stuff the Bearcat Says.
This thing never works. Fix it.
Have you ever noticed that Dr. Rob is never in his office?
Finally Thursday. Look at there. It's time to get star-spangled hammered.
We hope to see you next time on WLG TV News from Lander University. I'm Kiki Hennessy.
And I'm Erica Judge. Stay groovy, Greenwood.